No, those out there with a melanin deficiency, it is not the job of Black women to explain to you all in nauseum the ramifications of racism and white supremacy. We are not obligated to educate you on our oppression that we have to experience daily, that you benefit from on the daily. It's not our job. You are not entitled to our time. You are not entitled to our labor. You are not entitled to our kindness. Bitch, you're not even entitled to a sliver of the sidewalk when we're walking outside. You're not entitled to So anyway, I'm on Tumblr. I said, yeah, I got a message. You know, you get all happy when you got a message. Is white privilege a thing? If so, elaborate. This is kind of like racism 101 type shit. So if you don't even know what that is, like, you are very far behind. If you're a Black woman, that's fine. I will teach you all goddamn day. I mean, if you really need to know something, you can go to Google. We all know that you're not actually interested in learning. You just want to waste our time. So yeah, he comes in there demanding information. And I politely direct him to my PayPal, and I captioned it, "No free intellectual labor," or "fuck you, pay me," or some shit like that. Something along the lines of you paying me for the information that you expect me to give you. You know? Wow, he came in there so nice and you still responded with "fuck you, pay me." Your cause is never going to get any attention if this is how you treat your allies. Went all the way with that shit. Called that nigga an ally and he don't even know what white privilege is. That shit really pisses me off. Like, you really feeling as if you're entitled to my time.
Yeah. So, hello and everybody. I have been here before, poured out my heart, and told this board that this place is racist, and what I just put on his table is 1,000 signatures to support $15 for all PSC workers. I'm gonna just keep it short. I addressed Islamophobia on this campus, and what they did is a little teach-in, which is not gonna solve anything. So those flowers are probably for me when I die on this campus, if possible, because I am Black and Muslim, and the school is pretty much 70% white. And I will be targeted. With that said, we need this campus disarmed, guys. And that is all I'm going to say. Thank you.
Come on, guys. You said you love this flag. You just said you love this flag. You want to hold it up?
Please back up.
But you want to hold it for a little...
I'm not going to hold your prop. No, back up.
Back up? Why?
Should we go circle right? We can wait.
I'm not in your safety zone. You can arrest me if you feel like it. If you feel like I'm violating your safe space. I know you guys got a safe space policy, you know.
You're good? Okay. So you want to
The thin blue line. All these guys said they love this flag. You love this flag, Pasador, huh? Yeah. Thin blue line, gang colors. This is your gang flag. No, it isn't. It's a bastardization of the American flag. I don't see any red. Come on, hold this flag up and say how much you love it. Come on. You said you love this flag, and it's a beautiful flag. Come on, just hold it up for a little photo op for me.
In all seriousness, do you honestly, sir, do you have nothing better to do than to try to taunt the police? Honestly.
I actually was totally ignoring you, and then you came over and talked to me.
Yes.
And I don't like you, actually, because you're kind of a
You kept yelling
douchebag.
at the gentleman over here.
No.
The one in the building.
Yeah.
So.
Because he's a fucking dickhead.
So here is how to date a feminist. Step 1, don't be a bigot. I know this is asking a lot, but give it a try. Just don't hate anyone based on their race, gender, sexual orientation, or anything like that. But the other part of this is avoiding microaggressions. You don't have to be a blatant racist to say things which are subtly racist. Work on becoming less of a prejudiced person every day. If you can master that, your chances of getting along with a feminist partner are a lot higher. Understand their need for self-care. Feminists are often harassed for expressing their views, and because of that, it's really important that we learn how to take care of ourselves.
It's filthy! Just stay away. You don't like it? Yeah! Hey. Yeah! Mark, leave him alone. Leave him alone, Mark. Yeah! Mark. Mark, leave him alone.
back off!
Bitch!
Back off!
Fuck you!
Back off right now!
Fuck you!
Take a hike.
You call yourself Christian!
Mark. Here's your glass.
I don't like you!
Hey, well, there's your glass.
You don't touch him.
Mark, don't worry about it.
Fuck you!
Mark, please, I said stop. This man assaulted me, tried to take the sign, and I defended myself.
I got the video.
Your sign is fucking offensive!
I have the right to free speech in this country, and I have the right to freedom of religion, and I am violating no law.
That's hate speech!
This man, I can press charges for assault on this man right now if I chose to, but I'm not going
It's hate speech! It's provoked assault!
This man assaulted me, but I'm not going to press charges against him.
I don't want people walking around with assault rifles on their backs, walking into Walmart, Starbucks. We don't need that.
But you like cops with guns everywhere.
Yes, I
Can
want
I
the
answer
cops
your
to have
question?
guns.
A gun grab is something that nobody in this country
Well, sir,
wants.
all I can say is you are really getting in my space, like your wife came over and pushed up against me.
Why don't you back up?
No, I'm not going to back up. You're the one got in my space.
You know
Look at
what?
this. Look at this guy. All right, go ahead. You listen, I don't want to beat an old guy up, so don't touch me, all right?
This guy could take you out in a heartbeat.
I bet he could. I'm not violent.
Trouble in paradise.
This is completely different.
Except I've seen people kicked out of this college for, we don't have any money, that's why. Oh, I can tell you what he's done, actually. I can tell you.
Sure.
My business card. Okay, so here's the deal. It's an open meeting. You can be there. Okay? And you're taping me right now, right?
Of course.
Okay. So that's not a problem. You can't disrupt it.
Of course, I never have.
Okay.
That's a lie.
So why,
that's a lie.
Okay.
So they've decided, despite the fact that we will file a complaint with the Student Government Student Leadership Advisory Council, they've decided to allow Dan Santini, notable right-wing blogger, here to disrupt our event.
I think we have numbers here, we have a right to this space, and I think he's a fucking piece of shit, and we should occupy the space if we need to.
I mean, that's fair enough, but we're not getting any real content.
He's not doing anything, disrupt him.
No, we're not doing anything else.
I can do that too. I can do it.
Yeah, I'll stand there.
So we can all do a meeting like this, so he can't film nothing. Easy. You want to stay here and film? We can do it. He thinks he's the only one who can piss
Don't
somebody
touch the
off.
camera.
I'm not touching your camera. I'm not touching your camera.
Make sure you don't touch him.
I will not lay a hand on
Of
him.
course not.
I'm not a violent bigot like this man is,
It's
so.
conducted in the fashion that we choose. So everybody go ahead, who's going to speak?
Everybody.
Okay.
Now this event isn't open anymore.
Okay.
Okay, because we're going to close this room and we're going to lock it. Okay, is that fair?
I know it's
Harassment
Scummy
isn't
piece
free
of
speech.
fucking
Harassment isn't free speech. Harassment isn't free speech.
Welcome to Fistful of Feminism. I'm gonna go on a little bit of a Feminist 101 rant. So, I'm on my period right now. It's just, there's nothing great about it. But what bugs me, and a lot of other people, is when periods are associated with womanhood. Not all women get periods, or have uteruses, or have ovaries. Some women don't have periods. Some men have periods. Some people who have no gender at all have periods. Some non-binary folk, trans folk, many different other kinds of identities, some of them have periods. But no, not every woman has a period. So what gets me really, really angry is when I, a person who does have a period, goes to the store to buy some hygiene products. Of course, all it says is women's hygiene or feminine hygiene, and everything is gendered, so you can buy like pink tampons and pink pads. Like somehow these materials are just inherent to womanhood. And for those of you who are new to feminism, it's okay if you don't know right away that gender and sex are different things. It's okay if you're working through the narrative that you've been taught all of your life, that all women have periods or uteruses, vaginas, etc. But that's just simply not the truth. There is way more diversity out there, not to mention that there are more than 2 genders.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This week I'm going to be talking to you about pronouns, sometimes preferred pronouns or preferred gender pronouns or PGPs. Whatever you call them, pronouns are the things we use to refer to people in the third person that aren't their names. They're also often used as the linguistic representation of people's gender identities. So, they're really important. Really, really, really important. So, with that in mind, the first and most important rule regarding pronouns is to respect people's pronouns. Always. There should be no questions, there are no exceptions. If someone says, this is the pronoun I want you to use to refer to me, that is the pronoun you will use to refer to them. Period. To do otherwise is offensive and invalidating and humiliating and at best awkward. So, respect people's pronouns.
My name is Royce, and my poem is titled White Boy Privilege. Dear women, I'm sorry. Dear black people, I'm sorry. Dear Asian Americans, dear Native Americans, dear immigrants who come here seeking a better life, I'm sorry. Dear everyone who isn't a middle or upper class white boy, I'm sorry. I have started life at the top of a ladder while you were born on the first rung. I say now that I would change places with you in an instant, but if given the opportunity, would I? Probably not, because to be honest, being privileged is awesome. I'm not saying that you and me on different rungs of the ladder is how I want it to stay. I'm not saying that any part of me has for a moment even liked it that way. I'm just saying that I fucking love being privileged and I'm not ready to give that away. I love it because I can say fucking and not one of you is attributing that to the fact that everyone with my skin color has a dirty mouth. I love it because I don't have to spend an hour every morning putting on makeup to meet other people's standards. When I was born, I had a success story already written for me. You were given a pen and no paper. I've always felt that that's unfair, but I've never dared to speak up because I've been too scared. Well, now I realize that there's enough blankie to be shared. Everyone should have the privileges that I have. In fact, they should be rights instead. Everyone's story should be written, so all they have to do is get it read. Enough said! I know it wasn't us 8th grade white boys who created this system, but we profit from it every day. We don't notice these privileges, though, because they don't come in the form of things we gain, but rather the lack of injustices that we endure. Because of my gender, I can watch any sport on TV and feel like that could be me one day. Because of my race, I can eat at a fancy restaurant without the waitstaff expecting me to steal the silverware. Thanks to my parents' salary, I go to a school that brings my dreams closer instead of pushing them away. Dear white boys, I'm not sorry. I don't care if you think the feminists are taking over the world or the Black Lives Matter movement has gotten a little too strong, because that's bullshit. I get that change can be scary, but equality shouldn't be. Hey white boys, it's time to act like a woman, to be strong and make a difference. It's time to let go of that fear. It's time to take that ladder and turn it into a bridge.
Birth is a life-changing moment for parents, but for fathers in New Jersey, it could now be a privilege and not a right. This week, a Superior Court published the ruling that a woman can bar a father from the delivery room. Eyewitness News New Jersey reporter Cleve Bryan has more.
A New Jersey court decision makes it clear it may take 2 to tango, but not to give birth.
It's well established under federal and state law that there's a privacy right when a woman is in labor and giving birth.
Rutgers professor and family law expert Sally Goldfarb says a Passaic County judge made the right call last November. In his decision, which was published this week, he sided with a pregnant woman that her ex-fiancé had no legal right to be in the delivery room.
What this man was seeking to do was really interfere with the woman's ability to exercise her own choices about giving birth in privacy, and that, to me, falls outside of the rights that a father is legitimately entitled to.
In the decision, believed to be the first of its kind, the father was also told he doesn't have a right to know when the baby's born.
I think it's a sad day for fathers and for fathers and men's rights.
Jeff Golden from Fathers and Children's Equality worries that this sort of ruling paves the way for some fathers to be nothing more than visitors and paychecks to their own children.
A child is born, a child has two parents, and there should be two equal parents.
Women we met have mixed feelings.
Obviously, she's delivering the baby, but the father is also a part of the baby's life, so I feel like he should be there too.
If she wants her mom there or a coach or whoever, that's fine, but you know, the man should at least be notified. I feel like that's a right that a man should have.
You want to be paid? Take off. You want to be out here doing this dumb Get the over here. Get over here now. Did you hear what I said? Get the
Well, it started out as a joke, but the hashtag End Father's Day is picking up steam with feminists online and with others in social media.
Tweets like End Father's Day because it's a celebration of patriarchy and oppression have been popping up all over the place. Why do we even need Father's Day? Fathers are useless. Hashtag End Father's Day. I should ignore my kids today instead of taking care of them.
But yet at the same time, we live in a world that is not made for people who are fat. Airplanes, buses, chairs in people's homes. It must be difficult.
It is difficult, and those are the things that we are seeking to change. We're changing the paradigm that we are not the problem. The problem is that our world doesn't accommodate a diversity of bodies. So that's what we need to change, not so much changing who we are and changing our body, but instead changing society. I think that exercising is good, activity is good. My thought is that weight needs to be set aside, and that regardless if I gain, lose, or stay the same, that's not important to me. What's important to me is that I'm getting the nourishment, the nutrition, the sleep, the activity that my body needs.
Well, let me ask you about this. So you say it's not a shakeup, but you guys are down, and it makes sense that there would.
Says who?
Most of them, all of them.
Says who?
Polls. I just told you, I answered your question.
Okay. Which polls?
All of them.
Okay. And your question is?